favor. You might be always looking down. I know someone that really cares. And he'll always be there. 'Cause I've got it. Got favor. Tell you today that be turned upside down, and you may be always looking down. But I know someone that truly cares. He'll always be there.
Good morning on this thankful Tuesday morning. Welcome to the Love Morning Show. I'm your host, J.B. Lee. And what a good morning it is on this thankful Tuesday morning. Wake on up and get your day started, knowing the God that made the heavens and the earth and everything in the universe. He loves you this morning. Wake on up. In the words of James Brown, get on up. Get on up. Get on the scene in Jesus' name. Wake on up this morning. Good morning, Wanda. Good morning, Joe Karen. Good morning, Josephine. Man, I hope everybody has a good start to the week on yesterday. Yesterday was Monday. Today, Tuesday, y'all. Let's get it in. Let's get our day started, knowing that God loves us, that He cares for us. Listen, I'm telling you, He wants the best for all of our lives. And when you wake up in the morning, you look yourself dead in the mirror, dead in your eyes, and say, listen, God loves me and I'm going to be all right. Come on, somebody. Look yourself. Good morning, Deacon Lamb. Look yourself dead in the mirror and say to yourself, God loved me and I'm going to be all right. Because I'm telling you, you are. Listen, God says that we are blessed. Not maybe, not could be, not should be, not gonna be. He says we are blessed. Lord, have mercy. Come on, somebody. Everything God says about us is true. God says that we are healed. Not maybe, not could be, not should be, not gonna be. He says we are healed. Lord, I can live with that. Then it says that we are more than conquerors. Not maybe, not could be, not should be, not gonna be. He says we are more than conquerors. Every day of our life, I'm telling you, we're more than conquerors. We're healed. We're blessed. Come on, man. Every morning I wake up saying it. I wake up with it in my heart and my understanding that whatever God had said about me is true. And I believe everything He says. Listen, then He says, I want you to know something. He said, I want you to know something about me. And I want you to take this in. I don't care what's going on in life. I don't care who said what. I don't care who did what. I don't care what the circumstances look like. I don't care what the circumstance is. He said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. Good morning, McClanny. He said, I'll never leave you and I'll never forsake you. He said, whether you're up on the mountaintop, whether you're in the valley low. He said, I'm not going to leave you. And I'm not going to forsake you. He said, I'm not going to lose my grip on you. I want you to know how much I love you. He said, so I'm going to be right there with you through the thick and the thin. Through the thin and the thick. Come on. He said, I got you. I want you to know I got you. He said, and listen, don't worry about what naysayers say. Don't worry about those people. Somebody always going to have something negative to say. Somebody always going to have something crazy to say. Somebody's going to always be looking at you funny. Don't worry about that stuff. Keep living. Keep trusting God. He said, I'll never leave you. Them jokers that saying all kind of crazy stuff and talking all kind of stuff, they already left you. Why not stick with the one that said he'll never? And he don't just say it, he mean it. Come on, I'm talking to me and somebody. Stick with the one who says, I'll never, and the one that mean it. The one you know God cannot lie. He's not man. He cannot lie. Stick with him. All right. Hope everybody's doing good. Hey, it's the last day to vote. Last day to get out and vote. Last day, November the 5th to cast your vote. If you haven't voted and you feel like voting, you're going to vote. This is the last day to do it. Good morning, Londa. It's the last day to get out and vote if you have not voted. If you want to vote, it's the last day. Somebody said, Jeff, are you promoting? I ain't promoting nothing political. I'm just telling you, it's your last day to vote. It's your choice. It's your vote. You do what you want with it. All right. Listen, hope everybody's doing good. Hope life is treating everybody fine. And man, God wants the best for our life. He really do. He really wants the best for all of our lives. He's not holding anybody hostage to anything. He just wants you to live this life, have this life, and have it more. He wants you to have an abundant life. An abundant life. Think about that. He wants your life to be filled with abundance of joy, peace, healing, prosperity, everything you need. He wants your life to be overflowing. That's what he wants for us. He wants your life to be overflowing with joy and peace and health and prosperity and everything you need. That's what he wants. Man, that's good news. He wants your life to be overflowing with everything he has for you. That's good news. All right. Let's get on down to our topic for today. Our topic for today is, I knew it was God. That's our topic for today. I knew it. Have you ever had those moments in life where things wasn't really looking that great and you didn't know how that you was going to get this done, and you didn't know how you was going to make it through this situation, and then after just something showed up, something happened, and nobody, good morning, Rosa, nobody could explain it, but the only thing that you could say to yourself, I knew it was God. Come on, I'm talking to me and somebody. Listen, all of us have probably, I'm sure, have been to a point in our life somewhere along the way of this life journey, and something happened that changed the trajectory of things, and you said to yourself, I knew it was God. Have you ever had those I knew it was God moments? Come on, I'm talking to me and somebody. Have you ever had those moments in your life and you just knew it was nobody but God? Listen, there's been times in my life where I've been burdened down with something, and all of a sudden seemed like the weight was just lifted off of my shoulders. I didn't have to carry that burden, and I looked at it and I said, you know what? That I knew that had to be God, because can't nobody else do that but him. I remember one time I was in a situation where I had a lawyer, had this attorney dealing with some things I was, had to deal with in life. And the attorney looked at me. We had to call in this person to mediate. And the attorney looked at me. He says, this was a couple of days before. And he said, Jeff, I don't think this thing gonna work the way we got it designed to work. I don't think it's gonna do what we want it to do. I looked at him, I said, man, listen, we're going to go ahead. I said, because I know somebody that loves me, and I'm expecting this to work out the way it should. And he was still, he's like, well, I don't know, Jeff. We'll bring them in and see what happens. And the morning that they brought the person in to mediate in, he said, well, here we go. We're going to see if it's going to work. I said, oh, it's going to work. I said, he said, well, it's been a while, but we'll see. And the guy come in, the mediator come in and sit down. He wasn't there 5 minutes. He said, let me make a phone call and get the other people on the line and see what's going to happen. He come back. He said, well, it worked. What you asked for, you got it. And the attorney looked, I can't say what he said. He was more excited than I was. He said, well, I better all go. I ain't never seen nothing work like this. And see, those were one of those moments where you knew that it was nobody but God. Come on, I'm talking to me and somebody. See, there's some things in your life where it wasn't, you knew it wasn't nobody but God. You didn't know how it was going to work. You didn't know how the situation was going to turn out. You didn't know if it was going to be a positive effect or a negative effect, but you was hoping for the positive. And when you got in the situation and God started dealing with it, he said, I got you. I'm going to make this work like it should. Come on, somebody. I'm turning things in your favor. Come on, somebody. And you can look back at it and say, I knew it was nobody but God. Listen, there might be some situations right now in your life right now today that you ain't got it figured out. You can't figure it out. You've been pondering on it. You've been thinking about, what should I do, Lord? Should I do this? Should I go this way? How can I do it this way? Will it work if I do it this way? I don't know who to talk to about this. You're the only one I can. He said, I'm the only one you need to talk to because I can make this work how it need to work. And some months from now, you're going to look back at that situation and say, I knew it was nobody but God. See, he'll take the wrong and make it right. Come on, I'm talking to me and somebody. He'll take things that's meant for evil and turn it around for your good. Come on, somebody. There's a song that Fred Hammond sings that late in the midnight hour, God's going to turn it around. It's going to work in your favor. And you'll be able to look back at it and say, I knew it was nobody but God. Come on, I'm talking to me and somebody. I knew it was nobody but God. Come on. I've been in a situation where I could have been locked up. Right there at the brink. And I knew it was nobody but God. Come on, I'm talking to me and somebody. There's some things that God has worked in your life. There's some things that God have worked out of your life. And you knew it was nobody but him. You couldn't have done it. I couldn't have done what God can do. Come on, God, see, he'll work on your behalf. Even when you sleep, he's working on your behalf. When you worried about something else, the first thing you started worried about, he's already worked on that. Got it straightened out. You don't even know it yet because your focus is on whatever else you started worrying about. I'm talking to me and somebody. Come on. There's been situations and even in our bodies where we say, Lord, I don't know what this is. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what. They say they want me to come back for some more testing. And I don't know if I want to go. I don't know. He said, listen, I got this thing worked out. Go ahead and get the answers from them so I can show myself strong and mighty in your life. Don't. Woo-wee. See, God has set up situations in our lives just to show us how good he is. I'm talking to me and somebody. He'll do some things around and orchestrating it in our lives just to show us how good he is so we can look back and say, Lord, that wasn't nobody but you. There used to be an old song back in the day we used to sing, nobody but you, Lord, nobody but you. When I was in trouble, you bought. Listen, that song, whoever wrote that song was prophesying. Because I'm telling you, that song is still true today. Nobody but you. When I was in trouble, you bought me out. Good Lord, have mercy. I can look back and say, nobody but you. I knew it was God. Come on, I'm talking to me and somebody. There's been a lot of times in my life where I say, it wasn't nobody but you. I knew I was going down. I knew I was getting ready to go out. I felt like I said, you know what? I'm going out for the last count on this one. This ain't going to work for me. And Lord have mercy. We used to sing another old song. From the waters, he lifted me. Now say, love lifted me. Come on. Love lifted me when nothing else could. But Jesus helped because it wasn't nobody but him. I'm like them old preachers say, can I get a witness? But see, you know it wasn't nobody but God. Come on, somebody. There's been people in your life that you prayed for and you thought about it. You said, Lord, I don't know what to do anymore. I don't know what to say to him anymore. I don't know how to handle it anymore. He said, I got it. And you look around, they're all cheerful and joyful. You're like, ooh, something happened. Yeah, Jesus is what happened. Nobody but the Lord. Yes, Josephine. Nobody but the Lord. And I'm telling you, God is working things in our life to prove to us how much he loves us. He's doing things in our life to prove to us that he wants to have this life in him. He's working things in our life to prove to us that he is who he says he is. I'm talking to me and somebody. He's working things in our life to prove to us that his love is unconditional. Lord have mercy. You say, well, Jeff, how can you say it? Because I'm a witness, because I got born again when I was 14. And I lived just all kind of crazy ways after I got born again. Oh, yeah, all that stuff that I thought I was doing on my own, that lasted about 6 months. You know what I'm saying? I was going to church every Sunday. I wasn't no big cusser, no way, but I'd say one. I put a couple of them together. And I was doing all kind of things. And all of us, good morning, Daphne. And all of a sudden, I kept seeing God working in my life. I said, well, my God, I ain't even going, I show up to play, on a Sunday. They tell you I need somebody to play. I show up to play. And time I hit that last note, I dotted that door. I had to get down to the racetrack or to the club or to the happy hour, wherever I was going. But listen, Pastor Londa said I did all the cussing for her. She did. But see, I'm telling you, during the midst of me living my own way, not even acknowledging him, because his love is unconditional, he was still working some things in my life. He was still loving on me and showing me how much he cared for me. He said, listen, I'm not going to leave you enough to say, I know you out here, you got your little thing you do and you think you doing something. He said, but I'm studying reeling you in with my goodness and my kindness. Lord have mercy. And it worked. Because now I look back over my life and I see it wasn't nobody but God. At all this time, it was nobody but God. Come on, somebody. Listen, I was tearing my life down and he was right steady building it up. Come on, I'm talking to me and somebody. Let me say that one more again. I was tearing my life down and he was right steady. I'm country. He was right steady building it up. Because he loved us just that much. All right. Go back and look at your life. And you're going to see some situation where I knew it was God all this time. I knew it was him. I knew it was nobody but him. All right. That's our topic for today. I knew it was God. I didn't need no help figuring it out. I knew it was him because he was doing what nobody else could do. All right, let's get on down to our lunch menu for today. Don't lose sight of knowing that it's God that's doing the wonderful things in your life. Our lunch menu, right before we get to our lunch menu, I want everybody to know I'm trying out this new platform called Twitch. Now, I have no idea about Twitch, but we on Twitch. You can listen. We getting on everything that will let us on. We on Twitch. If you riding along and you exercising, you working in the yard, you doing stuff around the house, you say, well, you know what? I ain't got time to watch the Love Morning Show. Listen, just turn us on podcast. You can find us on iHeartRadio, Amazon Podcast, Spotify Podcast, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast. You can find us in these places. Just type in one word, The Love Morning Show. We on YouTube Live, Twitch Live, Facebook Live. We on Live, Getting Live, We'll Be Live. We on it all. We're trying to get on everything. You say, Jeff, why are you trying to get on all this stuff? Because I want people to know God love them. God want people to know that he love them. That's my assignment. Is to let as many people as I can know that God love you. He wants the best for your life. He ain't mad at you. And he wants you to have life and have it more abundant. Oh, you said, well, Jeff, what about the people that, there you go, Pastor Lon, in the living room live. Listen, you said, what about the people that ain't born again? Listen, the word says that he's showing his goodness to them. So they'll know. They'll come to him and say, ooh, I got to have whatever's going on that you got, I need it. God didn't leave nobody out his love. And I tell you one thing, you say, well, I've been doing this for a long time. His love, ain't nobody got to beat you over the head. His love will change everything about you. You be looking around and say, ooh, when this happened? I didn't intend to change like this. You can't help it. His love get in you and get on you. Lord have mercy, it's going to do something to you. You cannot be in the presence of a mighty God and his love and not change. All right. Listen, let's get on down to our lunch menu for today. Our lunch menu for today is, now, listen at me real good. Our lunch menu is a lead up to Thanksgiving and Christmas maybe. But I want you to know I'm working on, I got some samplers. If you want these samplers, let me know. Send me an inbox and I'll get them to you. We got a sampler lunch menu today. It's a sampler. Because if you want this, you can order it. I can get this to you by Thanksgiving. And hopefully we'll have enough for Christmas. We got barbecue chip. Everything gonna have potato salad. Barbecue chitlins. We're gonna have some barbecue chitlins, chili pepper chitlins, lemon pepper chitlins. And I think it's one more we're gonna do. It's gonna be a sample. You get a thing with different section in it. I send it to you because everybody don't. Every year people cook chitlins, it's the same way. So we doing it a little different. We're gonna have barbecue chitlins, chili pepper chitlins, lemon pepper chitlins, and it was one more. We had 4 of them. I think it was sweet and sour chitlins. I think that's what it was. Sweet and sour chitlins, barbecue, lemon pepper, and chili pepper. And it's gonna come with a little tray of potato salad in it. Pastor Lonnie said, hold the potatoes. So you can get those. Just inbox me if you want to try these chitlins before you make your order for Thanksgiving. And I'll get them out to you. And let me know ahead of time. Like I say, well, we cooking this up. It's a sampler. It's a sampler platter where you can try the different flavors of chitlins. Everybody, cook chitlins the same every year, nothing but chitlins. Little whatever they put on it tastes the same. We're trying to make chitlins more appealing to everybody. You can have them in your flavor. And then next year we might do some teriyaki chitlins, stuff like that. Some blackened chitlins, how you do blackened fish and stuff like seafood. We can do that with the chitlins also. Listen, there is no limit on what you can do with chitlins. There's no limit on what you can do with them. So we're trying to get all this together for people that want it. All right, that's our lunch menu for today. With a sampler platter of chitlins and some potato salad. You will get that potato salad along with your sample platter of chitlins. And give you something to think about for your holidays when you get ready to cook for your holidays. All right, send me an inbox me and let me know what you want to do on that order, and I get it out to you. And we don't have no coupons this year. Lala said they better really want them this year. $150 a bucket. Ooh wee, Lord have mercy. $150, but I get them passed along. I get them wholesale straight from China for $25. They ain't cleaned or nothing, but I get them for $25 a bucket straight from China. And Lord have mercy. I hope they don't put no tariffs on the chitlins. I hope they don't put no tariffs on the chitlins. All right. Anyway, let me know what you got. All right. Let's get on down. Every day we say something good about our day because it matters what you say about your day, because life and death is in the power of the tongue. And I'm telling you, your day responds to what you say. I'm going to say that one more again. Your day responds to what you say. Today is a blessed day. Come on, say it with me, y'all. Today is a blessed day, a day full of love because God, you are love. A day full of grace A day full of mercy. A day full of peace. A day full of joy. Lord have mercy. A day full of health. A day full of prosperity. A day full of all of who you are, God, because you are our everything. Listen, love on yourself. Love on somebody. Pray for yourself. Pray for somebody, but don't let nobody mess up your day, not even yourself. Remember, God loves you. You can look back over your life and say, I knew it was God all the time working in my life because he loves us just that much. Remember, he wants the best for your life. He don't want you going through this life without having everything you need because God is just that good and he loves you just that much. And don't you let nobody tell you any otherwise because God is who he says he is and God is love. Listen, we love you and God loves you and we love you here at the Love Morning Show. We out.